So my boy's coming to see his old man for a couple of days. So while he's down, I thought we'd do a little review on his car, which is the VW Polo 1.2 Turbo R-Line. The BHP is about 104 brake horsepower and 129 pound-foot of torque. Top speed, they say 118 miles an hour, and 0 to 60 just over 9 seconds. Which for your first car is plenty, I reckon. Being the R-Line, it's just got better bumpers, you've got the reversing sensors, the tinted windows. It is a good looking car. And you've got the front splitter at the bottom there. There's your little R-Line, don't forget your little R-Line badge. He's had this car 3 years, never gone wrong. I've had that car 5 minutes, paperweight. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, the second video on that one should be out. So the alloy wheel's taking forever to get fixed, but anyway, that's a different video. So this one, let's have a little look on the inside. I think they're cheap to insure. I think he pays about £700 a year, even though all the insurances have gone up. Look, they're good looking cars. Let's zoom out a bit, there you go. You've got a 6-speed, all-important manual gearbox. You got heated seats in here? No, oh well. Got aircon, that's enough, isn't it? Let's have a look in the back. See how much room you've got in the back for your mates. Plenty of room back there. They look really comfortable as well. But I can't even bother to get in the back and show you on this one. Got the headrest with the R-Line on, the kick plates with the R-Lines. Oh look, it's got me a little Christmas present. Glove box. Glove box is a glove box, isn't it? So I reckon, good looking car. Well, look in the boot, just in case you want to take your parents shopping one day. Once you pass your test, you'll be a taxi from now on. Yeah, look, plenty of room back there. Get loads of shopping in there. Have a quick look on the driver's side. And we'll go for a drive, getting the warm. I like the steering wheel. You've got the flat bottom steering wheel on the R-Line. I don't know if the standard one comes with that or not. Again, the seats look very comfortable. Plenty of padding. Let's have a look at the engine for you lot. Oh, it's already open. Quite nice little alloys on this one. Little 16-inch alloys. It's a good looking car for your first car. Let's have a quick look at this. I mean, it's not the best looking engine bay in the world, but it hasn't got one of them big covers on. And everything, by the looks of it, is easy to get to. Your oil filter's right there. Your air filter's right there. It looks a very easy engine to work on. But like I say, all he's done is serviced it. He does it himself. So I think we'll go and get the camera set up, go for a little drive. How you doing, mate?
Just doing it for him or you're selling it or what?
No, I was doing a little review on it on my YouTube channel. A lot of young kids like these sort of cars. I'll do your car next. Your Skoda. I'll see you in a bit, mate. Nice to have good neighbours. Let's see what this old girl does then. Straight away, clutch is lovely on this. I tell you what, cars come a long way since when I passed my test. Like I say, I had a 1.2 Nova. I don't even think it had power steering. My Nova that was, this has. This has got everything apart from heated seats by the looks of it. So like I say, he's had it 3 years. I think we paid £5 for it. It goes all right for 1.2. It's amazing how far the engines have come along. Like my 1.2 and this 1.2 is completely different back in the day. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab myself a nice cup of joe, and then we'll go out in the country road somewhere and see what it does 0 to 60. Because it's a lovely crispy day. What's temperature? 3 degrees outside today in November. I love these sort of days where it's nice and dry, the sun's shining, you've got nice cold air intake. I should have brought my sunnies. I'll catch up back at you in a minute and I'll get a cup of joe. Right, got my cup of joe, let's go. Before we get going, they started giving these crappy cardboard lids. Horrible. End up dribbling everywhere. What's a plastic lid going to do to the planet? Come on.
GPS connected.
Right, let's go for a little jolly. My 1.2 turbo. It's quick enough. Honestly, look. 30 already. Lovely little car this is. If you just pass your test and looking for a reliable first car, get one of these. I never owned a VW in my life. So when he got this, I test drove it for him, and I was surprised how well it handled. And like I say, he's had it a good few years now, and all he's done is service it himself. He had nothing go wrong with it. They're good cars, I suppose. The only VW I was interested in was the Golf R32, the older one, the beefy one. I don't like the new one. Let's go out this way. Steering, look at how light the steering is. You kids have got it so easy these days. Back in my day, you got to pull the steering round. Gearbox is nice on this as well. I didn't notice that when I first got in. That gearbox, what did I drive recently where I said the gearbox was so nice? I think it was that Focus RS. That had a nice gearbox. This is lovely gearbox. Get out in the country and we'll get a bit of speed up, see how it handles, see how the brakes are. So this one is completely stock, no exhaust, no nothing like that, just not bad. Completely stock, nice and quiet. I just realised there's not much fuel in here. I was at a fuel station a minute ago getting a coffee, wasn't I? Oh, he's got a quarter of a tank. This old little 1.2, sip it easy. I don't feel the turbo cutting on this though. Let me try that again. Usually you know when the turbo cuts in, don't you? Let's try that again a minute. Second gear, 25 miles an hour, just under 3,000 revs. Are you sure it's turbo? Must be a little turbo. I don't feel that turbo at all. You all know what I mean when you say you know you feel the turbo cutting. Must be a tiny little turbo on this. Just to get it down the road a bit quicker than what it'd normally get down there, I suppose. Perhaps it fell off. Still quick enough. Still quick enough when you got to pass your test. It's got a little gear indicator on the speedo. Tells you what, you usually get them on the motorbikes, don't you? It tells you what gear you're in. Look at that, it tells you what gear you're in. You could just look there, couldn't you? Oh, I'm in 5th. So you got your clock, how many miles are left in the tank, your fuel gauge, rev counter, and speedo. That's all you need for your first car. Your extra features like the turbo, the oil, the temperature, you don't need all that crap. As long as it goes, it doesn't overheat. Brakes, as you'd be expected, brakes are good. Then again, it's a light car, so, but it takes a while to get there because I'm used to such fast supercars. Let's just slow it down a minute. I'm not dissing the car, it's a good car. If you want one, get one. You just first pass your test. Let's have a look, 0 to 60. .60, 9 seconds. But it's perfect, fine for you lot. It's perfect first car. Get some experience on the road, get a few years, no claims under your belt, and then get a better and bigger car. I think they're trying to bring the law in as well. If you just pass your test, you're not allowed to carry passengers, which I personally think is a fantastic idea. I mean, I can't remember that far. Oh, fuel lights come on. I can't remember that far back, but when I passed my test when I was 17 straight away within 2 weeks. But when I passed my test, I remember taking my mates out. We used to go out jollying, and you put your music on loud, don't you? And you do lose a bit of concentration. Let's not lie. So I think they should change the driving test itself. I mean, you do no motorway training. I remember my boy passed his test. He said, I've got to go down the motorway. I said, come on, I'll come out with you for a little bit. You don't get any experience on the motorway whatsoever. And night time, nothing like that, honestly. They need to update that straight away. Get with the times. Well, that's what I think anyway. Merry Christmas. Crap lids, absolutely crap lids. Right, Stop waffling. Back to the car. I mean, it's what you think it's going to be. Whatever you think it would do, it's going to do. Just not very fast. The steering wheel is nice and light. Look, you can do it with 2 fingers. Easy and nice and light. It'd be fantastic on fuel, depending on how you drive it. Don't want to rag it everywhere. Fantastic on fuel. Chuck it in 6th gear. Look, it's a very forgiving car. Look, I mean, I'm doing 30 miles an hour in 6th gear at the minute, and it's not even struggling. Sometimes it go, look, you know, they're struggling. You got to drop it a gear. Look, that's 60. Oh, it's 60. That's 6th gear at 30 miles an hour. We're going uphill now. Let's see when it starts struggling. Starting to now. 26 miles an hour. It's all right. This is quite a big hill here, so this is how it gets up there if it struggles or not. You know, some cars got to keep dropping the gears. Like, let's have a look. We're in 40. We're doing 4. Fucking hell. We're in 4th. We're in 3rd. Let's see how it gets up here. We're in 3rd at 30. Just flies. Look. Chuck it in 4th. And it's still pulling in 4th. I thought he might struggle on this big hill. Good little car. Good little car. I think he's on about upgrading it soon. But I'm like, do you need to? It's fast enough for you, boy. But like anything, we all want, as we get more experience, we all want faster cars, don't we? Not fat, well, just, you know what I'm saying. You always want to do better in life, don't you? You always want a nicer car, not necessarily faster, a better looking car. This is a great car to drive. Fantastic car. So my boy lives up north, and he comes down and sees me whenever he runs out of money. No, I'm only joking. Whenever he's free off of work. When he got a week off of work, he'd come and see me. Come down last night, and I saw the car to drive. I thought I'd jump in this today, but I've forgotten how nice this car drives. He doesn't want to get rid of this. It'd be fantastic on fuel. Does it tell you miles per gallon on this or not? Let's have a little look. Oh, I can't bother to look for it, but I'm sure it's good on fuel. Probably getting high 30s per gallon on the motorway. It's quiet in here as well. Oh, the rattle now. Typical. What's rattling? He's put some funny lights in here. Hey, boy racer. That's what's rattling, the way he's fitted them. It's not the car, it's the lights. I like the little flat steering wheel on the bottom. Just gives it a little bit of a nice little look. Nice feel as well, it feels good. So even though it's a small car, it doesn't feel small. You know, some cars can feel really small and you're squashed up. This feels fine. Quite spacious, got a nice big dashboard on there, big front window screen. Great first car, or second car. The suspension is perfect on this car. It handles the corners brilliant. Look, just there's a little bit of roll, but you feel the little bumps. But it's just nice. It's not too stiff. You'll be bouncing around everywhere. Really does feel a nice car to drive. No wonder he's kept it a few years. Not like me, Christ. I'm going to swap my cars every 6 months to a year. Wow. It's for the channel now. I've got a perfect excuse. Let's not run these bikers over. God, they look a bit tired going at this hill. Get a Polo. Let's see how she gets at this hill then. You've got to rev it a little bit. She gets up there fine. Go on. Here we go. She's holding on. Pretty good in the corners. Come on, up you go. I can't see nothing. I'm blind. Good car. Let's pull over here. We have a little more video from the outside. Oh, it's quite busy up here. Loads of people come up here. It's such a picturesque view. They just come up here and take pictures of all the scenery. And at night time. Let's see how she goes. fine, absolutely fine. She goes really well, to be fair. On this road, you've got to watch out for the pheasants. They tend to play a bit of chicken with you. Nothing worse than a bird hitting your car, is there? It does pick up. You've really got a rev in mind, but it picks up, gets you there. I'm amazed he's got 6 gears and a little 1.2. I think these modern cars, well, I say modern car, it was since 2014, so it's a good 11 years old. Still feels great, but the newer cars are completely different to they were years ago, weren't they? To me, this is a great car, but if I could put my boy in what I used to drive around, a 1.2 Nova, well, I think it's a bag of nails, to be fair. The clutch was heavy. I don't think it had power steering. Was it slow? I can't remember. But after my 1.2 Nova, I got the GTE model. The GTE. I should have kept that GTE. They'd be worse than it now, wouldn't they? The amount of cars I've had and sold that I wish I would have kept. Christ, I'd be a millionaire. But life's about experiences. Got to get them, try them, sell them. Get and enjoy them. So this sits at 30 in 4th gear quite easily. Keep it in 4th gear, poodle for the town. I'll probably see it in 3rd gear quite nice as well. Look at that. That gear change is so smooth on this little VW. They are good cars, the old VWs. Love to get an R32 on the channel. Love to. Not the newish one, the older one, you know. The beefy one. It's a responsive little car. I drove, because last week I done a Hummer. If you haven't seen it, go watch that Hummer video. You could do that on a steering wheel and you'd still be going in a straight line. Hummer time. But this little light agile car, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know if these cars suffer from common problems or not. Not really been into my VWs, but he's had no trouble with it at all. So, if it ain't broke. Brakes are good on this. Going downhill, look. Watch out, the brakes on now. Good brakes. Chuck it in 2nd. Chuck it in 4th. Chuck it in 6th. No problem. Nice little corner coming up. Chuck it into the corner. Look at it, it's so responsive. Go on, get in there. Go on, go on, go on. I'll put it in a ditch in a minute. I thought you said responsive. Go on, let's see what this can do. Go on. 2nd gear, let's go. 40, 50, come on. 3rd gear. 55. 60, come on. 4th gear. Run out of road. Perfect little car. Perfect little car. A gear change is beautiful. Any gear is beautiful. So if you're in the market for your first time car, or even your second time car, or your third, whatever you want, cheap car, let's say a cheap car, get one of these. They're cheap to run, cheap to buy. That clutch is so easy. Let me do that again. So the biting point is literally halfway up. You haven't even got a touch accelerator, it just rolls on its own. You know, some cars, you bring the clutch up, they struggle and you've got to give it a little bit of gas. This one, look, there's no accelerator. That's halfway. Any cars going now? That's halfway. That's all the way. Perfect little car. Effortlessly easy to drive. It drives effortlessly. What's the word? Effortlessly. Effortlessly? Easy. Alright, national speed limit. Might take me a minute to get there, but we'll get there. Very quiet in here. Very quiet. Even though you've got these silly little wind deflector things on. I got my Discovery, I don't know why I'm calling them silly. Even though he's got these lovely wind deflectors on, usually they let a little bit of noise in, don't they? But this one, that's all done up. It's such a nice little quiet car. Perhaps I bought the wrong ones for my truck. You can put this in any gear and it just does not struggle. Sometimes you go in a high gear, that's in 6 at 40, and it's still fine. Sometimes you go in a high gear and they get like, you can just tell they're struggling, can't you? They want drop a gear and disappear. But no, this is fine. So if you're in the market for a little cheap car, get yourself one of these. VW Polo R-Line. 1.2, good little car. It will get you from A to B quick enough. Fantastic little cars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the little video, hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next Friday at 6 o'clock. Don't be late.